Okay.
Hi, everyone. This is Laurel Sagen with Laurel Buys Houses, and I'm here with Amanda, who's going to, I always say you got to find the right attorney or the right professional for anything that you want to do. It's not one size fits all, especially for our local Sacramento businesses. So I'm going to let Amanda introduce herself, tell you about her company a little bit, the name of her law firm, and kind of we'll start asking her questions so you can kind of learn the special things that she can do for you. So welcome.
Thank you, Laurel. Thank you for having me today. So my name is Amanda Vavak. I am the founder and chief legal counsel of Your Property Law Firm, which is based in the Roseville area. However, a nice thing that came out of COVID is everyone appreciated we can set up to serve people across the state. We're licensed in. So I'm able to serve anyone throughout California.
Great. So why is it important? Everybody talks about trust only, or getting your will or having a durable power of attorney or your healthcare directive. But I think families sometimes mostly need more than that. So why is it important to have a legal plan for your family?
Yes, you've hit it, what I've seen a lot on the head. Everyone will come to me and say they know they should get an estate plan, but few people fully appreciate the why. And the reality is there are a multitude of benefits to having a legal plan for your family. Four that I feel apply universally is 1, to avoid probate, 2, to maintain some privacy, 3, to engage in incapacity planning, and 4, to help your kids specifically save on capital gains tax. So in California, the average cost of probate is 5 to 8% of the estate. So Laurel, I don't know, what's the average fair market value of the homes?
About $450 right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here I'm seeing homes go for $1 million.
Right. Uh-huh.
So just to keep the number simple, let's say we're talking about a home where the fair market value is $1 million. That means it's going to cost your loved ones at least $50,000 to get that home taken care of and through the probate process. And something many people don't appreciate is, if you notice, we're talking about the fair market value of the home and not the equity. And it's because when you're talking about the cost of probate, you're focusing on the fair market value of the home. Another thing with why they say you want to avoid probate is it's a court process. So you are on the timetable of a judge who oversees everything. So it can take a long time. I have seen probate take up to 2 years. And again, something very many people do not appreciate is it can take 1 to 2 months just to open your probate, just to begin that process. And during that time, your loved ones might have to, out of their pocket, cover expenses such as your mortgage, your property tax, utilities, maintaining the property, while everyone's sitting around and waiting for a judge to give someone authority to start handling the estate. Mm-hmm. Trust administration, on the other hand, costs an average of 1% of the estate. So you can imagine the thousands of extra dollars your loved ones can inherit because your home went through trust administration and not probate.
And it takes 30 days.
Exactly. Trust administration is also a much more efficient process because now you're on the timetable of the trustee and their advisors, not a judge.
And if you have minor children, a lot of other things, it's a huge problem, right?
Yes.
So, we're not only just talking about the estate, but you're also talking about a whole legal plan for the entire family, including furry ones, right?
Absolutely.
So when is the right time to start this planning? Should I wait until I'm ready to retire?
No. Everyone will think, oh, I'll wait till I acquire some assets, or I'll wait till I'm old, or I'll wait till I'm sick. No, I'm a big champion. You can begin getting some of these documents as young as 18 because you're a legal adult at that point. So now mom and dad don't automatically have that authority to make medical decisions for you or to handle your day-to-day life. So, and just as you said, you have things like kids, you have a home, you have some of the most valuable assets you are ever going to own. So you need to make sure that you're set up and taken care of. One very sad situation that I personally encountered was a couple came to me and one of the spouses had dementia, so questionable capacity. Here we're talking about signing and executing legal documents. So there is a capacity threshold you have to sign them. And because one of the spouse's capacity was questionable, I had to look at the healthy spouse and say, for us to move forward, we need to get a doctor and another attorney to say they have sufficient capacity to execute these legal documents. And the reality is that if they don't, you're looking at going through a process called conservatorship, which is very much like probate. It's just an expensive, time-consuming, and stressful process for your loved ones that they didn't need to go through.
Yeah. And, so we're talking about plans, a financial plan. What are the kinds of plans that are available that we should be thinking about? Because you're talking about conservating and all these other things, right?
Right. And so the beautiful thing about estate planning is it can reflect the unique aspects of your family dynamics. So there's actually a multitude of unique options and plans for people to reflect considerations like what a blended family will have that maybe the traditional family doesn't need to consider. If you have a beneficiary that's reliant on government aid to help support them, there's something called a special needs trust that you can execute for them. So they're not disqualified from those government benefits, but you're able to leave something for them to help supplement things that aren't being covered. Just as we pointed out, pet trust. I am a huge proponent of if you have a pet, you need to take care of them. And one of my favorite tools in helping pet owners do that is a pet trust. So there's so many different things out there. If your estate is over the estate tax exemption, there are special trust and tools out there to help minimize the estate tax.
You have something that I thought was cool. And the reason why I have you on the show is it's the Kid Protection Program.
Yes.
So tell me about the Kid Protection Program and why is this? I mean, I was like, oh my God, Amanda, this is genius. You should be like doing TV commercials like me about the Kid Protection Program.
So, well, thank you. So the idea behind the Kid Protection Plan is to help this type of scenario. Mom and dad are driving home from a date night and they get in a car accident. In that scenario, one or two things is going to happen. Either the babysitter is going to call the police because mom and dad just aren't showing up, or the police are going to show up at your door. And unless the babysitter you're using is next to kin, there's a very real possibility the police are going to have to get Child Protective Service involved, because from the police perspective, there's liability involved. So they can't just let anyone collect the kids and watch over them while things are being ironed out. So what I offer clients with minor children is the Kid Protection Plan. So I go beyond just asking them, who do you want to raise your kids if you're not around? I will have them appoint temporary guardians or first responders. So these are people that are local that can come and collect the kids. You're going to sign, and this document is going to be witnessed. I then send a copy of this signed and witnessed document to the people you've named. I give mom and dad instructions to leave the babysitter, telling them to call these people. And I also give mom and dad emergency ID cards they can put in their wallet, so the police know to call these people. And the idea is these people can grab their copy of this signed and witnessed document, show the police, and help the police feel comfortable with the notion of allowing them to watch over your children while things are being taken care of. And then that way your kids are with someone they know and trust.
Mm-hmm. Critical. I mean, for me, oh my God, if I had kids, I would say, this is huge. So, and we've started to talk about how you set yourself aside. Like I said, I in the beginning is, I think that different attorneys can help different people. So how do you set yourself apart? How does someone know they should be talking to you to help them create their family plan?
Yeah. Well, first thing I really want listeners to take away is you want to look for an attorney that focuses on estate planning. If I fall and break my knee and hip, I want an orthopedic surgeon helping me out. If I have in trouble with my heart, I want a cardiologist seeing me. It's the same thing with attorneys. Me deciding to focus on estate planning has given me the opportunity where all my continuing education, my whole world is diving into the nuances of estate planning, whether that be seeing things play out, whether that be staying updated on the changes of law that are applicable to estate planning. Another thing that I do differently is I charge a flat fee rather than billable hours. And I do that because I genuinely want to help my clients. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if they feel comfortable to communicate with me. So I will tell my clients, if you have any questions, if you've changed your mind on anything while I'm drafting these documents, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I've had clients where we've had 15 to 20 interactions because they know they're not going to get some $200 bill in the mail for a 15-minute phone call. And I also really strive to give my clients a trusted advisor that they have as a lifelong relationship with. The documents are just the byproduct of that relationship. I want to give someone the ability to, or I help them make informed decisions where I let them know what the law says if that's necessary. And again, one of the benefits to me being 31 is I'm not close to retiring. So I'm likely going to be here to help you keep your estate plan up to date, because the reality is 3, 5, 10 years from now, everyone's lives are going to be different. And there's probably going to be changes in the law too. So you can't just look at your estate plan as something you get done once, then you put it up on a shelf and let it collect dust until the time is needed for your estate plan to be executed.
Yeah, I mean, and as your kids get older and you get older and you get other assets, you got to make sure that you title stuff correctly into your trust as you gain them and stuff. It's really important to have a good relationship with your attorney long term.
Exactly.
So those of you who'd like to talk to Amanda some more and learn a little bit more about this, maybe get a consultation with her, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can go on the law firm's website, www.yourpropertylawfirm.com, and request a consultation. You can call our law firm. The number is 916-801-8995. You can also email me at Amanda, V as in Victor, at yourpropertylawfirm.com.
See, easy peasy. Mm-hmm. And, especially I want to, those of you maybe who have adult children, mm-hmm. A lot of times the people who are watching this show are a little bit older, but you have adult children and they have children, i.e. your grandchildren. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure that you're having real conversations, not only with your estate plan, but with their estate plan too.
Absolutely.
Huge. And, when you have those life changes, not only do you need to talk to your insurance agent, you need to talk to your estate attorney. So thanks for coming in. I love the kid protection program. That's really great. And everyone, thank you for tuning in and learning more here on our Facebook Live. Thanks for tuning in.